Hi, folks. My name's Tom. You're watching High Rant District. We need to have a conversation about the elephant in the room. Apparently, I think in November of this year, Mobile Fidelity is releasing a highly touted one step version of Michael Jackson's Thriller album. Uh, this is expected to be a hugely profitable endeavor for Sony Music Corporation with the re-release or the reissue of this Thriller album. It is strictly limited, but strictly limited to 40,000 copies at least $125 US a piece. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. I see a lot of people talking about this upcoming release, but nobody's talking about whether or not you really should be putting money towards this item. There is the thing that nobody wants to talk about because it's very uncomfortable is the allegations of abusive sexual conduct against underage males by Michael Jackson. There's the people who have no qualms with Michael Jackson, perhaps fairly point to the fact that, look, he went to trial for this, for criminal allegations of sexual abuse against young boys, and he was found not guilty. And to be clear, these trials don't find you innocent. They find you not guilty. But in a court of law, not guilty. What is not in dispute is that Michael Jackson regularly slept, meaning asleep in a bed with very young boys on a regular basis, with the consent typically of the young boys' parents. For most people will say, all right, this older adult man sleeping in a bed with a young boy around 10 years old or so, you're going to have a pretty good idea of what's probably happening there. I think one thing you have to weigh here is that fundamentally rich people do not go to jail for sexual misconduct. They have the means to pay for the best lawyers. They have the means to pay people to be quiet. There have been numerous settlements and allegations by Michael Jackson's sister LaToya that there were a lot of checks written theoretically as hush money. Nothing is proven in that case. It's allegations. She made the allegations, then she recanted. One adult male said, I was sexually abused on a regular basis by Michael Jackson. Then he later recanted. Whether or not money changed the minds of people, that's really for you to decide. I think if you're a reasonable person, you're going to probably say, you know what, there's probably enough doubt in my mind that I probably don't want to give money towards somebody who, if they didn't have a ton of money and they didn't have publicists and they didn't have the Sony Music Corporation behind them, I would probably believe this person was a sexual predator. But as a super fan, I really know him, and because what I've been taught by the media, shaped by his publicists and the corporations behind him, and the millions and millions of dollars invested in making sure he's sellable and profitable, they're definitely telling me the truth, and there's nothing untoward. And hey, if it was an adult man and sleeping with my 10-year-old boy, I wouldn't think anything is wrong, right? Or not. So to be clear, nothing has been proven criminally against him. Nobody, including Michael Jackson, ever disputed regularly sleeping in a bed with little boys at the end of a very long hallway where the floor was wired to make loud siren noises if anybody was walking on the floors approaching the room, because even though nothing untoward was going on there, you know, they wanted their privacy. So the question is, who's the person that's saying, yes, I'm going to spend $125 on this? You know, are we talking about, you know, the mindless MoFi zombies? Oh, I must bow at the altar of MoFi and I must purchase everything they have. Or, you know, the people that go, well, I got to buy it because everybody else in the vinyl community that's, you know, an audiophile is buying it. And if I don't buy it and be just like them, you know, I'm not going to be as good as them. You know, I won't be able to do one of the 150,000 unboxing videos of this 400,000 release box. It's funny how that happens. So really, if you get where I'm coming from, you have to answer, what kind of a person are you? And to me, you know, I'm a person that believes, you know, in there's right and there's wrong. And I also believe that I think I'm right about this, but I know that I'm fallible and I've been wrong in the past. So this is, you know, the question you have to ask for yourself, and you don't have to answer to me, but the question you have to ask for yourself is, you know, do I want to spend $125 or whatever on this record by this man who we know slept regularly with 10-year-ish old little boys in a secluded room privately, but with the consent of the parents, who sometimes got paid money for things that were not related to that, sometimes they didn't. So the question is, what kind of person are you? And like I said, I've been wrong before, but if this is something you start showing off, if this is something that you're going to purchase, I'm going to have a hard time myself believing that you're not a bad person or a damaged person. There's right and wrong in life, and it just staggers me that anybody would be ordering the Mobile Fidelity reissue One Step of Michael Jackson's Thriller. It makes me sad that it's even offered for sale, but it's going to make me even more sad seeing people showing off their purchase of music by a man who regularly slept with little boys, who's the one person who you believe regularly would sleep with little boys, but there was nothing untoward going on. You do you, but, you know, if that's you, that's sad. Thanks for watching.